Now, when I heard this was going to be animated, Goblin Slayer, I was like, there's no way this is going to be animated. This is way too graphic. Like, this is on Berserk level graphic. And usually those kind of stories rarely get adapted, ever. Because how graphic they are. Because they're so afraid of the censor. But no, I was wrong. Seeing this episode, I thought they were going to cut corners. And like, they're not going to show that. They're not going to show that. Impossible. Nope. They 100% absolutely dead. And I'm like, way to go sticking to your guns, man. I am so happy about this. So, after I got through reviewing everything, it turns out Goblin Slayer and another anime I have to review comes out Saturday. So there goes my plan for a reviewing index on Saturday. So instead, I have to review 2 more anime. I swear, this weekend, fall is just crazy. So, going into Goblin Slayer, expect everything you know about the cliches about when Japan writes stories about Dungeons and Dragons. Some hopeful person wants to become an adventurer. They have a harem. They become overpowered and everyone praises them. Now, take all that and throw it out the freaking window. Because it don't matter. It's so unrealistic that it's disgusting. It's oversaturated that it's vomiting. This is reality. You don't win battles by overpowering or friendship. It's through common sense and tactics and strategy. Those are the only ways to win battles in this world that they're telling in the story of Goblin Slayer. As you can clearly see for those who have watched it. If you've not watched this episode yet, I highly recommend you watch it right now. And don't even watch this video because goddamn, people. Goddamn. Okay, Goblin Slayer starts off with a girl, a nameless priest, who wishes to become an adventurer, but she's a rook, she's a newbie, her first mission. And however, she decided, hey, since I'm a rook, maybe I should join some other rookies as well. And we all go on an adventure together, we all level up together. That sounds nice, but guess what? That is wrong. As a guy who's been playing MMOs and RPGs and JRPGs almost his entire life, you never do that. When you play a game on a hard mode or just on an MMO, you never join other rookies. You never join other rookies without an experienced person, or at least a veteran. Because if you don't join one that's experienced, you are screwed. Screwed beyond comparison. It's like when you go sign up for a job and you get the job. They're going to have just a bunch of rookies out there who don't know what they're doing and just have them, learn how to do the job. No, they're always going to have a manager, a supervisor, or instructor, someone like that to show you the ropes of how to do things or how things work around the area. There's no way they're going to send out a bunch of noobs all on their own. It's completely stupid and foolish. But that also questions the fact that should be a rule now. It should be mandatory for an instructor or a supervisor or someone who's a veteran within the adventure world to guide rookies instead of them going in it on their own, because that seems very stupid, but hey, I guess that's how it was back then. Every person for themselves. Now, I remember when I was playing some certain RPGs and MMOs, when I was experienced, I always wanted, when I first started out, I would always first go in alone, and I always get fucked. Then I would try going with some other rookies, we still get screwed over. But then I decided to go into some higher level people. They said, yeah, but you can carry your stuff around and just pretty much just be your lackey. And like, you know what, sure, why not? I did that. Every time they beat a boss, I helped in, I would get that experience as well. They knew all the shortcuts and all the ropes to show around, make a good rodeo. And with that, I gained even more experience. Experience that I shouldn't have gained because how low rank level I am. And same goes for regular RPGs, especially such as Skyrim. May you go to a place that's overly, the skill level's out of this world. Instead of just going in, charging in, you need to be prepared. Bring a lot of health potions, a lot of magic healing, and make sure you have a strategy plan. Say lure a certain amount of enemies out one by one and kill them off. That is how you do it. So, watching these adventurers in the first place, I already read the manga. I haven't read the light novels, but just the manga. I knew these guys are screwed. You have a bunch of rookies going in who never been inside a goblin dungeon. They only think they have full confidence because goblins are low rank creatures in that world. they're considered to be one of the weakest. But however, a lot of inexperienced people go in there and they get killed. Despite these goblins being low ranked, goblins are the main cause of deaths in that world because there's so many of them and they attack so many people who don't fight or people who think they can fight but they can't, especially against stronger goblins. So let's just talk about these characters for a moment. The adventurer, the hero guy, the guy with the sword, the average looking dude, looks like he's the printout of every freaking main character in each kind of anime. He was being dumb. He was gloating how he just chased off a goblin in his village, and because of that, he thinks he can go to a cave and slay a bunch of them, like a freaking dumbass. So, he goes in, and first of all, you notice how he was tapping, he kept raising his sword, it kept tapping. It kept hitting the wall. First of all, the average mistake that most of these adventurers make is by getting a humongous sword. They're trying to be like Guts from Berserk, but you can't be like Guts from Berserk. Guts knows what he's doing, okay? And first of all, you notice how he couldn't always swing his sword. It led to his demise. His sword was way too long for a cave like that. When you go into a cave like this, you always bring a short sword or an arrow or even a spear. Something that can penetrate a goblin fast and is very short. So this guy already came in, you already know he was going to die. This anime is very realistic. It's not about how cool and stylish you are, it's about how smart and tactic you are. So if you go in with that kind of mindset, you are fucked. Next, let's talk about the priest. Not the priest, but the mage. The mage girl, well, her problem was she wasn't doing the right spells. She was probably the most experienced out of all of them, because she did come from this grand academy, but however, her problem was that she wasn't experienced, as in when it comes to adventuring. Yes, there's a big difference. Say you're in college and you get out of it, and say someone who doesn't go to college, but they're already out in the workforce and stuff like that. They're doing gigs, temp jobs. They're learning almost all the jack of all trades. Sure, you come from this high grand college. I'm not saying nothing bad about that. I'm just saying that who do you think is going to have the most experience in life, in the real world? Of course, the person who's been out in the real world the most will have the most experience. So yes, they came from this grand academy, but when it came to the real life situation, they completely failed. They were not ready, because she was around, like I said again, a lot of rookies. So her also problem was she was just shooting out firebolts. She should have tried to shoot out something that would cause a more surrounding effect. If you get my drift, some to make the goblins lose their sight or their senses or something like that. Then go in for the kill. That's what she should have done. But instead, she was just thinking about offense only because she was in a panic. She didn't stop to think or anything like that. And because of that, she got killed. Now let's finally talk about the fighter. The fighter, she was kicking ass. She was doing way better than the hero dude who was just randomly throwing his sword around like an idiot. However, when it came to a stronger goblin, fighting techniques won't work if you don't know the weak points of a giant hobgoblin. You don't know that, you are screwed. And that is exactly what happened to the fighter. And that's the scene I was talking about. The scene that happened to the fighter, and if you've watched this, you know what I'm talking about. That was one of the reasons why I didn't know if they were going to animate this show or not. Because of that scene and other scenes that will happen later down the road of this show. I knew they were going to animate it like this, but I guess, nope, they got the balls to do it, so good job. She's the one that survived besides the priest, but she's not doing adventuring ever again. She'll probably become a freaking nun or something. God, help us. So, and finally, our main character, the Goblin Slayer. And by the way, he has no name. He only goes by one name, because his past self is dead. Will be named and for only the Goblin Slayer. He shows you how it's done. He doesn't come in with big swords. He has a nice shield, but not too much of a big shield. He is shrouded in armor, because in real life, if you don't go in a place like that with a lot of armor on, you are dead. He comes in with protection vests. He comes in with all kinds of potions to start fires, to heal, to cure poisons. He comes in with mini knives so he can throw it at the goblins to distract them, then come in for the killing blow, like a genius. The Goblin Slayer shows us how it's done when you are trying to fight inside of a dungeon. You don't just go in swinging your sword like an idiot or just hitting enemies directly. You even have to bring them out to you. This is one of the tactics I was talking about earlier, where you have to bring the enemies to you, especially a big enemy like the Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin's coming towards you. You need some room. You need more space. So set up a trap. Go out there, let it come to the trap, then when it hits by the trap, you go in for the kill. That is how you do it. So, yeah. Goblin Slayer. So at the end of the day, despite everything that happened, the priest decided to follow the Goblin Slayer anyway, so she will better herself as an adventurer, which is smart. But now, this is something that I believe that this world and many others should do from now on, is to tell rookie adventurers to hang out with veterans. Just do that. So you won't get fucked in the end, because God, this was a slaughter fest, man. But yes, Goblin Slayer. Many people compare this to Berserk for the way it is, for how awesome and epic and brutal it is. So do I recommend this? Of course I recommend this. Hell, I'm going to be reviewing it, yes. However, it's going to be on Saturday. The reason why I didn't review it is because I had to go to work. And so now I know the time that comes on. I'm going to review it, and I hope you guys join me for a ride, because this is going to be amazing. Goblin Slayer, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be epic. So anyways, if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit the bell icon so you get updated every time I upload. This has been Madcrownxox Anime. Sign out. Have a good one.